Welcome back. I've decided to cut the previous video short, and I'll make this video a little bit shorter. But as a progress update on the Plymouth Cuda, I've been working on cleaning up the seats a little bit. I have a hand wash vacuum sitting over there. It's turning out pretty decently. I think a little bit of the white is starting to come out. Tried cleaning up the bottoms a little bit. Now there is one thing I did notice. This is the driver's seat, and if we look over here underneath the passenger seat, it has this wire. It goes to some sort of, I don't know, maybe it's a pressure switch. This is how it detects a passenger is in a car, but I didn't think they had this technology back then. I don't know, I'll have to look into that. But I'm about halfway done with the back seat. It's still a little wet on the left side. That's where I've been cleaning it first. The right side I haven't touched yet. So maybe it's turning out pretty good. I don't know, I'm going to replace this interior anyway, but this water is very dirty coming out of this. It does smell slightly better. At least I'm getting all the hay and stuff out of it. Just moving this thing around, I had to shake it down several times, vacuum it up. There's a lot of nasty stuff hiding underneath the back of this. Took me a good hour just to vacuum everything out from behind it. But now I'm washing it down. Seems to be turning out pretty good. I've already vacuumed and washed as much as I can of the interior here. There's still a lot of staining going on. Still a little wet in some of the areas. But again, I'm not going to be keeping this. Just to kind of decontaminate, make it smell a little bit better. The back is just torn to shreds, so I had a real hard time cleaning it. We'll take a quick look around before we move on here. I am gonna get a can of ozone and try to use that to fog and decontaminate everything else that I might have missed. But I need a much better day and a lot more time to deal with that. I'll throw the seats back in before I do that so I can also get that material decontaminated. But to use the ozone fogger, it cannot be wet at all, or it creates chlorine gas. Well, I got a quick update. I had to stop early because it started raining and I didn't get a chance to get a cover on it. As you can see, everything's kind of wet, but I thought this was a good opportunity to take a look and see if or where it's leaking at. And yeah, sure enough, we got some water. See if we can find out where it's coming from. And it looks like maybe some firewall grommets are missing and loose. Stripping out of that. You can see on this side, yeah, there's some water in there. Looks like pretty much the same thing. Leaking through holes in the firewall. And the back, I don't see anything back there. Check the other side real quick. Check the trunk. Here in a minute here. If anywhere, I thought it would be leaking through the windows because they're not fully closed. The tops of the windows are a little bit farther out from the seal. Yeah, that's probably where all the rest is coming from. Dripping in from somewhere up there. It's not as bad as the other side, so I can't quite tell where it's coming from just yet. I don't see anything in the back seat, so I think that's good. Alright, let's go around and check the trunk here. I'm almost certain this is leaking, just how the condition of the outside is. Yeah, it's a bit of water there. It's soaked pretty much through the whole thing. Not so much the back, but down here in the tray it is. Gonna have to let everything stay open and try to dry it out, or I can use that fogger on it. Yeah, I'll see all the rust going around the drip rail. It's definitely leaking through here. This is gonna have to be completely redone, I'm sure. Alright. Now I'm just trying to take a note of what I'll need to order to help fix some of this. I want to order some new taillights for sure. But to fix the leaks, I'll order some new rubber grommets and plugs. Put those in, see if that'll help. I'm sure I'll need to take the air box out, clean up in there. But we're leaking somewhere in the center of the dash. I don't know exactly where. It's not wet up top. It's gotta be coming through the air conditioner, maybe. That'll take some time to look into. Let's take a look up underneath the window on the outside here. See if there's anything we see. Might give us an indication of that center leak. Could either be the bottom of the window, maybe that crack up there in the center of the chrome. I'll have to keep it covered up when there's weather. Well, since we're up here, I'll show you guys the engine. I don't think I've done that in a video. Maybe the first one I did a quick walk around, but we'll dig deeper in here. Hole in the radiator, I'll need to replace that. Exhaust, I'll replace the whole system. None of that's any good. For the most part, I think the wires are intact. Whether they work or not, we'll have to test it when we get a battery. There's that can we saw when we were doing the tires. It's got to be the oil filter. Got a lot of cobwebs around the engine bay. Looks like most of the stuff is really easy to access though. Should be fairly easy to work on. But this is the highly coveted 340. Got a stamp there, maybe you guys can read it. Might be upside down there. Turn you around. Don't know if it'll focus very well. And we got the carburetor. Definitely need a new air filter. Distributor looks in one piece. Brake booster looks pretty good over there. Most of the hoses seem intact, but I'll replace them anyway just because of the age. Got the horn down there. Need to get a lot of WD-40 on some of these hinges and latches and everything. But let me know what you guys think. I'll let it dry out and get the fogger on it. I'll see you next time.